Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Hey everyone, Nicole, Russo, and Dan Illman coming to you with the Oaks Countdown for DRFTV. Less than 6 weeks remaining to the Kentucky Oaks, and some of the top candidates and some of the storylines beginning to solidify now. As we look at the current points list toward the Philly Classic on the first Friday in May, you'll see a very familiar name atop the leaderboard. Echo Zulu picking up where she left off. Last year's champion 2-year-old filly remained unbeaten in her 5 career starts with her victory in last Saturday's Grade 2 Fairgrounds Oaks.
Well, the question is, how do you evaluate Echo Zulu's narrow victory in the Fairgrounds Oaks? I guess you can look at it one of two ways. The probably favorable way to look at Echo Zulu's performance is Steve Asmussen was using this race as what it was, a prep, a means to an end to get to the Kentucky Oaks. She likely wasn't 100%, and she still gutted out a victory, and that's what champions do. Or you can look at it a different way and say maybe she hasn't come back as good as a 3-year-old filly. We're used to such exceptional performances from Echo Zulu, sort of breakaway victories, that maybe we were a bit surprised by the narrow margin of victory over Hidden Connection. It really depends on price, Kentucky Oaks Day, and you know she's going to take some money. She will have to run faster, however, in the Kentucky Oaks than she did at the Fairgrounds.
Yeah, and I think both those interpretations hold some water. I don't think it's that she isn't as good as a 3-year-old filly. I think it's maybe that some others in this class are catching up to her. Certainly, we've talked about sort of the later development of Secret Oath and others, but I also think that what you said is very accurate. This is a prep race. Maybe she got a little tired late, which you'd give her a pass for, having not raced since the Breeders' Cup. I would expect her certainly to move forward off of this one prep. I thought she disposed of Turn Her Loose pretty handily as you looked at the body language of both riders and both horses around the turn and into the stretch. Again, maybe got a little leg weary late and will be a little tighter off this next time. But I do think that both interpretations of her performance hold some water, which makes her very interesting heading forward toward the Oaks.
Oh, she's the one to beat, especially if Secret Oath performs as expected in the Arkansas Derby and then heads on to the Kentucky Derby to face the boys. Echo Zulu, if Adair Manor down in Southern California cannot gain points in the Santa Anita Oaks for her new trainer, Tim Yakteen, Echo Zulu is certainly the horse to beat. As for Hidden Connection, Nicole, I'm really curious as to your opinion about her effort in the Fairgrounds Oaks. Now, she failed to defeat Echo Zulu in the Breeders' Cup, and she failed to defeat her here when arguably Echo Zulu was at her most vulnerable. So when is she going to beat Echo Zulu?
You know what? I really don't want to take anything away from Hidden Connection's performance. Echo Zulu really just kept digging, as you said, did what champions do down the lane. But I do think that we saw Hidden Connection move forward a bit in her second start at 3. I like how this filly with a lot of natural speed was able to sit back off of things a little bit, was able to be tactical, and just kept grinding down the lane. And she is a graded stakes winner already at Churchill Downs. I think that affinity for that surface, which can trip up some horses, I think that affinity for the surface is, not to be discounted moving forward. I think there's a lot to like about this filly, who's probably going to be a bit of a price on Oaks Day.
That's a very, very good point about her affinity for Churchill Downs, and she is going to be a good price, and she does have tactical speed, and she has one more prep race than Echo Zulu coming in. So you've made some very, very good points about Hidden Connection. She's been consistent. She really hasn't run a bad race in her career. I think that, again, the price is going to be there for her.
Yeah, and things are now very much in high gear with the return of Echo Zulu as we look ahead to this weekend's schedule on the Oaks Trail. 3 preps this coming Saturday. Basically, win and you're in events. The Gulfstream Park Oaks, which always draws a strong field, and the Fantasy at Oaklawn, both awarding 100 points to the winner. The Bourbonette on the synthetic at Turfway will award 50 points, which is still enough to make the Oaks field, virtually. The Fantasy at Oaklawn, really a race that's going to provide a big opportunity for some fillies because, as we've discussed extensively, Secret Oath instead facing the boys in the Arkansas Derby. She would have been a heavy favorite for the Fantasy, but now those points really up for grabs, I think.
Huge chance for some of these lightly raced fillies. They would have been up against it if Secret Oath decided to take the path of least resistance to the big races at Churchill Downs in the spring. Big opportunity for them in the Fantasy. And the Gulfstream Park Oaks, we're expecting a short field, but Kathleen O thus far has done nothing wrong for Mr. McGahee, going to stretch out around 2 turns for the first time. That's a very intriguing filly to watch.
Absolutely. I think we're going to get a short but intriguing field there, a larger and wide open field in the Fantasy. And the big storyline in the coming weeks, Secret Oath's plans likely to solidify after she faces the boys. Will she stay with them or will she come into the Oaks as one of the big favorites? We'll bring you more on her run in the Arkansas Derby, plus the results of the 3 other Oaks points races next week here on the Oaks Countdown.